This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazletons Standard Speaker.
For your information, Lisa Sugar talks with this man who lost one of his best friends recently. He plans on making sure his memory lives on and his family is taken care of. Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Ken Carr, and I'm honored to bring you tonight's information from FYI and the Hazletons Standard Speaker. This show is a forum to celebrate our community. Every week, a number of people come on to tell us what they're doing and who they are helping with a fundraiser. This next story is about a man who's been helping out those in our area for years who lost his life so suddenly. Here's Lisa Sugar.
I'm here with my good friend Jean Babola, and the last time that Jean was in our studios, you were here with your good friend John Kostaneski, and unfortunately, John passed suddenly on May 1st, and John was always here to do fundraisers for other people, and now you're here talking about a fundraiser to help his family who is in need. First of all, Jean, we're all sorry for the loss of John, dying at such a young age of 41, and I know that a group of friends has now gotten together because he leaves behind a wife and 2 small children.
Right, his wife Jocelyn, son Sean, and Harley 9. And what we're trying to do is help John's family alleviate some of the financial burdens, uncertainties that they're going to be facing or are facing right now.
It was tough because he was the breadwinner in the family, and she's home with the 2 children, so they lost their income.
Yeah, it's hard, and in a time like this, like we were talking before, I said that it's in a time like this you find out who means what they say when they say, if you need anything, let me know. John was the type of person who would drop whatever he was doing to go help somebody. I know that for personal experiences. Sometimes he would leave the dinner table and his wife would be, as he's walking out the door, and sorry, Jocelyn, but he was definitely that one in a million person that you hear people say he's one of a kind. He was that one person. So we're trying as best as we can to help the family out, and what we're doing is reaching out to the community and asking for donations of monetary if they're willing to. If they are, we ask a check be made out to Karen Gruber, and that's John's mother. That'll be put into a bank account for later access, I guess is the word.
And the bank account, you can send those checks to Jean's address, care of P.O. Box 2668 in Hazleton. Put it in the memo, you said that it's for the Kostaneski family. Right. And you're also holding this benefit that is coming up. We know it's early to be talking about it. It's in September, on September 18th, a Sunday, from 1 to 10 at the Keystone Fire Company in McAdoo. But it takes a lot of planning, and you want to make sure that you have donations of food or any other items that you need for the event. So you're hoping maybe people will step up now so that you're not trying to do this all last minute.
Yeah, it's been, anybody who's done something like this knows it is hectic. We're trying to get what we can early enough so we can be better prepared for the day of the event without the last minute rushing around. But we'll take it as it comes. There's also going to be a motorcycle run on that day. If people would like to register early, that's fine. There's going to be registration the day of down at the Beaver Meadow Fire Company, and that's where the motorcycle run's going to start from. And from there, it's just going to, I don't know the exact route that it's going to be run, but it's starting at Beaver Meadows and ending at the Keystone Fire Company.
Where can they register in advance?
You can either get a hold of me if you'd like, or Norman Cox. I don't have his phone number. I can give it to you to post up if you want. And let either of us know. He's more in charge of that, so I would direct anything to do with the run to Norman. That's about all I have on that. So.
Well, I know this was difficult for you to come in and do this because, like I said, John was here several times with Jean. The two of them always planning a benefit to help out a family in need, a family who, who was affected by a fire or for illness or whatever reason it was. They always came in, stepped up to the plate to help others. So now Jean is hoping that people will step up to the plate and help the Kostaneski family. They were no way expecting this to happen. John passed away unexpectedly on May 1st. So if you can help out, give Jean a call, and please come to the event. I know it's early, and it's now, we're only talking about it in September happening, but please, if you can help in any way, shape, or form, you can email a check to the family, or you can contact Jean to get in touch with him to help out for the event in September. And please give our condolences to the Kostaneski family.
I will. And ahead of time in advance, thanks everybody for helping out.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Jean. This Saturday, there's a special event going on Main Street in Cunningham called Bark in the Park. You're invited to bring your dog on a leash to the front of the Cunningham Borough Building for music, food, vendors, and more. Bark in the Park is held to benefit the Hazleton Animal Shelter and Hillside SPCA, and it's put together by Hazleton Power and the Valley Community Church. Here's an interview I did recently with the church pastor, Al DiSalvatore. How did this come about, Valley Community Church teaming up with Power?
Sure. We've done a lot of great things with Hazleton Power in the past, doing different park cleanups and different events like that in the community. And so we wanted to do something as a collaborative effort where we can come together to do something and maybe do something in a different area than we've done before. So we've done a lot of things in Hazleton, and so we wanted to do something in a new area. We've done this last year, it went really well, and so we wanted to come back and do it again.
Why is it important for you guys? Valley's right in your name, so why reach out up that large mountain?
Because we care about the community. We realize that although we are in the Valley, we're part of the Hazleton community, and we care about what goes on in Hazleton. It's exciting to see the growth and the change that takes place. And so although we have our church in the Valley, we care about the surrounding areas a lot too.
You a dog person? I mean, we might have talked about this last year, but is there a dog in the family?
There is no dog in the family. I have a 3-year-old. He's kind of like our family mascot. And the boys, we have 2 boys, 6 and 3, and they're itching to get a pet. So maybe this could be the right opportunity to add one more member to the family.
But what else do you hope people get out of it?
My hope is just that, with everything going on in the news right now, you see a lot of negativity. My hope is that this could be something that brings a lot of positivity. Get off your mind of all the things that are going on that can make you feel depressed and down. And this could be something that you can be a part of and get uplifted and just come away with a lot of hope and realize that there are good things going on in this country and locally as well.
Animals and religion, where does that meet?
I think God cares about animals. They were on the ark. So I think God, has a plan for animals. I think, there's going to be dogs in heaven as well. The Bible talks about the lion and lamb coming together. So, God cares about people. He also cares about creation, and I think this is a way that just really represents that love for not just people, but for all things and for creation as well.
It's going to be a great day in Cunningham on Saturday. Come be a part of it, and you may even get the chance to meet the host of Adopt Me here on FYI, Chris Barkanik. Coming up on this edition of FYI, the Markle Building in downtown Hazleton is the focus of our history segment. Then we'll take you to the first ever practice for the Hazel Township Youth Football League.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Each week at this time, Charles McElwee comes in to join us to talk about Hazleton's history. He is a member of the Board of Directors for the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum, and we see it all the time. We take it for granted. The beautiful, tallest building right here in downtown, the Hayden Building, the Hayden Tower at the Markle Building, often referred to as the Markle Building, and with a really strong history in this community.
Right, Lisa, to think that that building could have been demolished in the late 90s is just stunning alone. But it dates back to Hazleton's first bank, Pardee, Markle, and Grier. That was formed in 1867. And they chose the property where Markle Bank stands for what they call the Old Iron Front Building, which was an Italianate-style building that stood from the 1870s up until the construction of the Markle Building in 1910. And that building was constructed by John Irwin Bright, who was a Philadelphia architect, and it was the first building in Pennsylvania to be constructed without a single piece of lumber. So it had a steel frame. It also, at one point, crowning the top of the building was the largest sign in Pennsylvania. And it said the Markle Bank and Trust Company with an intermittent flash, a flash that actually helped Charles Lindbergh later on in the 1920s land his plane in the Cunningham Valley when the typical fog that strikes this area he couldn't see, and he needed a place to land, and he used that flash to guide him into the valley.
That's really interesting. I never heard that one before. So it's like amazing to see that there is such strong history right here in our area, and to think that that building may not even be standing had it not been for the Hayden family.
Right, in the late 1990s, that was among the top 10 most endangered structures in Pennsylvania, according to Preservation Pennsylvania. So was the castle. And currently, St. Paul's Church in downtown Hazleton is on the list, so we hope for another favorable outcome. But in 2001, George Hayden purchased the property, rehabbed the building, and preserved it, and it's a great example of preservation. And as we all know, the banking room is now home to the Pines Eatery and Spirits. And it has nearly a 100% occupancy rating, which is also incredible, and part of, obviously, the ongoing renaissance of downtown Hazleton. And when you eat in the Pines, that was an addition added in 1923 by a guy named Alfred Bosom, who was an architect in New York. And they modernized it. They brought in marble columns from Lombardy, Italy. It was spectacular, but much of the banking room still was preserved, and it's incredible. You're eating in a rather historic site when you go to the Pines.
Absolutely. So if you take it for granted, please don't. When you're downtown, please look up and, in awe, go inside and enjoy the beauty that we have, because we almost didn't have it. So please be appreciative that we still do. Charles comes back every week to talk about some wonderful history from our area, a lot of which I'm learning as you're telling me all of this, and we hope you'll join us every week and do the same.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Get ready for the downtown Hazleton Farmers Market tomorrow. I got some green peppers last week and put them in a jambut, and while so good, is the weather looking good? Well, kind of. Thursday night, mostly clear, low of 65 degrees for this evening. On Friday, there is a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Our high will be 87 degrees Friday night, 40% chance showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy, low of 68 degrees. On Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 86. Saturday night, mostly clear and warm, low of 69 degrees. On Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 87. Sunday night, we'll get down to 71 degrees. We have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Monday, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, high will be 85 degrees. And then at night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, low 66 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
Hello again and welcome to Law Talk. Today we're going to talk about auto coverage. It's a topic that's on everybody's mind virtually all the time, and one of the things that I think you should know and very important to you is, when you get full coverage from your auto insurance agent, is it really good coverage? So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Alexis recently had an experience with a client that came in and asked about that, so we'll let her talk to you about full coverage versus good coverage.
Thank you. Full coverage by Pennsylvania law isn't necessarily good coverage that you might have. When you're looking to purchase car insurance, some of the things you want to consider would be whether or not there is a wage loss benefit as that part of your insurance. Pennsylvania law does not require you to have that. Something else to consider would be the medical coverage that you might have applicable. If you're involved in an accident, your insurance company will pay for any accident-related medical treatment that you receive. However, they'll pay only up to a point as to what your coverage has. For example, in Pennsylvania, the minimum coverage that you have is $5,000. And if you're significantly injured and you have no health insurance, then you're very limited as far as the type of treatment that you may have based on the fact that you have minimal medical coverage. But under Pennsylvania law, this would be considered full coverage. It's not necessarily good coverage. Something else you want to consider is uninsured or underinsurance coverage. That is also not mandated by Pennsylvania law. However, you want to consider purchasing that as part of your coverage because you have people who are driving that might not be insured. They might cause an accident. And if you have no uninsurance coverage, then you have no recourse. You have no type of action that you can take to get any type of recovery. Similar to that would be underinsurance. If you're hit by a driver and they're responsible for causing the accident, if they have minimal coverage, which in Pennsylvania it's only $15,000, you're entitled to recover that. But if your injuries and your claim is worth in excess of that $15,000, you're in a tough position because if you don't have underinsurance, there's no other type of recourse for you. There's no claim that you can make with your own insurance carrier. So you want to be mindful of that when selecting insurance coverage.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's our first football story of the summer. I'll give everyone a moment to cheer. And what makes this even more exciting is that it's about a new league, the Hazel Township Youth Football League. Here's our intern, Daniela Castillo.
Every day we're going to line up just like this, okay? We're going to get ready to get exercise going.
The football players weren't the only ones lined up Monday night at Hazel Township Community Park. A ton of family members came out to support the kids at their very first practice for the Hazel Township Youth Football League.
I mean, it's really exciting. This league actually was started in January of this year. A bunch of us got together and said, hey, we think there's a need for the community, a want in the community. So really from January until now, we've been able to put this thing together from really nothing. And so it's really exciting to be here today on the field. And in total, there's really about 110 kids registered right now for this league. So really super exciting to be able to offer the opportunity for all of our local youth.
For all the people who came out on this night, it's still in no way close to the amount of people that helped the league get off the ground.
We really had a very good experience with the community. We had one guy who was one of our coaches actually went around to, I can't tell you how many businesses in the community. So really a grassroots effort going out to businesses in the community, and then we had a tremendous amount of support from really individuals in the community. So we raised about $20,000 really.
New teams need a lot of equipment, so that money definitely helps. New teams also need a great name that they feel represents them and the area they're from.
The Raiders was a pretty historical name here in the area. There was a midget youth football program, which was the Raiders many years ago. So when we sort of envisioned this thing, we said, hey, let's bring back one of those names that the community was very familiar with. And that's how we ended up with the Hazel Township Raiders.
We spoke with two members of the latest generation of Raiders in Hazel Township.
So we're just doing drills right now, and later we might hit the bags. Since we started this, it was getting better as it was going farther, and we have a lot of kids, so I think it's going to be a good team this year.
Brian Martonic and his coaching staff were satisfied to see the large amount of people show up to the first practice. You can only imagine how big the crowd will be for the first game come August 14th. Until then, practices will be held 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. For kids interested in football or cheerleading, ages 5 to 14, call 570-606-5330 or 570-599-5312 for more information. There is a $35 registration fee.
RAIDERS. Raiders, Raiders, Raiders.
Raiders isn't just about football, but it's about teamwork. Reporting for FYI, I'm Daniela Castillo.
Thank you, Danielle. I'm rocking my Raiders colors today, and this is the first domino falling. Before you know it, we'll be doing our high school football preview, so enjoy the rest of the summer. But it's coming, my friends. We'll be right back with more FYI. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the 6th annual Cooper Cup Golf Tournament will be held Friday, August 12th at the Schuylkill Country Club in Orwigsburg. The entry fee is $90 per golfer with a 4-man scramble and 9 a.m. shotgun start. The event will include breakfast, contest, prizes, awards, and a live music performance by Dark Horse. Corporate and business sponsorships are available. For more information, just check out jwcoopercenter.org. Holy Rosary Parish, 240 South Poplar Street in Hazleton will be holding a rosary in the grotto Friday, July 29th at 3 p.m. All faithful are welcome to participate. For more information about this event, just call 570-455-6390. Our next announcement, Brandon's Forever Home is hosting the golf tournament Swing for the Kids Friday, July 29th at the Sand Springs Country Club. Registration and lunch will be held at 10:30 a.m. and the tournament kicks off with a noon shotgun start. Cost is $90 per person, includes green fees, cart, prizes, refreshments, lunch, and dinner. For more information, please call 570-401-9633. And finally, St. Nicholas Picnic Grove in Schuylkill Haven will be hosting the 82nd Annual Ukrainian Day, Sunday, July 31st from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Be featuring delicious homemade food, themed basket auction, vendors, crafters, games for the whole family, and more. Have free admission, free parking, and will be held rain or shine. For more information, please check out seminaryday.org. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Larry Light of Barnesville. Larry, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
If you get a chance, check out the Players Tribune. It's filled with articles written by professional athletes, and they're great, like this one where Yao Ming talks about his rookie season in the NBA. Everyone on the Houston Rockets called him Yao because they thought it was his first name, but he says in China, surnames come first and given names last. So back home, everyone calls him Ming. Yao, or Ming, says he never corrected his teammates because he was too shy. And that's it for FYI on this Thursday. Please come back on Friday. We have Adopt Me and so much more. Also remember, it's the Farmers Market in downtown Hazleton tomorrow. We'll see you on Friday. Take it easy, everyone.
How would you like to win $2,400 in cold hard cash? Harry's You Pull It in Hazleton is celebrating their 24th year in business, and you get the chance to win the cash. Now through May 31st, junk your car at Harry's for top dollar and register to win $2,400 in cold hard cash. No purchase necessary. Go to wegotused.com for contest rules and regulations. $2,400 could be yours, along with top dollar paid for your old car or truck at Harry's You Pull It in Hazleton.